understanding will be four. One is form is emptiness, and emptiness is form, and form is form, and emptiness is emptiness. Form is emptiness. If you may not be so difficult to understand. Form is emptiness. But this understanding will be misunderstood. Like some radical or some advanced hasty people may understand this way. This rule of form is emptiness. Yes, form is empty. There is no need for us to attach to some particular things. Form is emptiness. This is very, looks like very clever. But this is, even though this view of life is maybe better than to attach to some particular form or color. Because view of existence it's actually very naive view of life. And the view of non-existence is more deeper. If you see things which, if you say something, actually it looks like permanent, and it has, it looks like to have some self-nature. But as we explained already, and you have, as you have understood already, there's no special nature, or self-nature for anything. This is true, and everything is changing. As long as everything is changing, nothing is permanent. So this is more advanced view of life, maybe. But emptiness is form is rather difficult to understand. The emptiness, which is some emptiness, which is the absolute goal we will attain, or enlightenment itself. Each form. So whatever you do, that is enlightenment itself. This is rather difficult to understand it or to accept it, because you think emptiness is something unusual thing. So something unusual is something is very common, and this is rather difficult to understand, especially when you practice that. Even though your practice is not perfect. So that is enlightenment. But this statement is very difficult to accept it. No. My practice is not perfect. And so, in this way, you will, it may be hard for you to accept it. But if you understand form is emptiness and emptiness is form, back and forth in this way, the form is form and emptiness is emptiness. Emptiness. When emptiness comes, everything is emptiness. When form comes, form is form. We accept things as it is. So, when we come to the understanding of form is form and emptiness is emptiness, there's no problem. This stage or this understanding is the understanding when the moon is in even though moon is in the water, the moon will not be broken. Water will not be broken. Nor the moon will not be wet. Moon is moon and water is water. This is form is form and emptiness is emptiness. But here there will be misunderstanding. Whatever. And then there will not be no need to practice them. Form is form, emptiness is emptiness. If that is true, why do you practice that? This kind of misunderstanding you will have. But one understanding of the four should include the rest of the three. The one statement of the four includes all of four statements, four ways of understanding. If it is not so, it is not true understanding. But the meaning of the four statements actually is the same. So, if you say form is form, or emptiness is emptiness, or form is emptiness, or emptiness is form, one is enough for you. This is true understanding of Prajna Paramita. And here, Dogen Zenji refer to the koan. Priest Hortex of Mount Myoho was fanning himself. He was the disciple of famous Yaksan Zenji. And he was a very good Zen master. Priest Hortex of Mount Myoho was finding himself, a monk approached and said, "Sir, the nature of wind is permanent, and there is no place it does not reach. Why then must you find yourself? If wind is everywhere, why do you find yourself?" Do you understand? Why everyone has Buddha nature? When form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Why then must you find yourself? Although you understand that the nature of the wind is permanent, the master replied, you do not understand the meaning of its reaching everywhere. Although you understand that the nature of the wind is permanent, even though you understand home is emptiness, but you do not understand that emptiness is form, in other words. What is the meaning? Asked the monk. The master just found himself. He didn't answer, but he just found himself. There's a big difference between a man who is found himself and who does not find himself. One will be very hot, one will be very cool, even though wind is everywhere. The master just found himself. The monk bowed with deep respect. This is an experience of moving Buddhism and correct proving Buddhism and its correct transmission. Dogen says, those who say we should not use a fan because there is a wind, nor neither permanency nor the nature of wind. The nature of wind is permanent. The wind of Buddhism actualized the goal of the earth, gold of the earth, and ripened the cheese of the long river. Ripened the cheese of long river. This is a quotation from Ganda Vyaha Sutra, Kemon Sutra. The water of the long river is supposed to be the pure milk. It's pure milk. It is said that. But even though the water of the river, pure milk, if you do not if you doesn't get through the right process, it cannot be cheap. Milk is milk, and cheap is cheap. So, if we want to well ripen cheese, you should work on it. Even though there is wind, if you do not use your fan, it will not make you cool. Even there is a lot of gold on the earth. If you do not pick up, you cannot get gold. This is very important point. People may think Zen is wonderful teaching. If you study Zen, you acquire complete freedom. Whatever you do, if you are in the Zen Buddhist robe, it is all right. If you wear a black robe like this, whatever you do, it is all right. We have that much freedom in our teaching. This kind of understanding looks like, observing the teaching that every form is emptiness. But what do I mean by form is emptiness? It's quite different. Back and forth, we practice, we train our mind and our emotion and our body. And after those processes, you will acquire the perfect freedom. And perfect freedom will be acquired only under some limitation. When you are in some position, you can fulfill, you can realize, or realization of the truth will be there, will happen to you. But if you do not work on anywhere, wandering about this place to the other place, without knowing where you are, without ignoring your place on which you work, then there will be no chance for you to realize your true nature. Even though you use something to make yourself cool. Sometimes, even though you have fan, Japanese, round fan, and Chinese, this kind of fan, or big, electric fan like that. If you are always changing one to the other, as you wish, then you will be spend your time just to change your equipment to make yourself cool, and you will have no time to appreciate the cool wind. You see, that is most of people are doing. If you do not have proper, if you are not in some condition, you cannot experience the reality. Reality will be experienced only when you are in some particular circumstance, and only when you appreciate. So that is why we say form is emptiness is form. Emptiness may be something very good, but emptiness can be appreciated in some form or color or under some limitation. But you cannot be attached to it, even though it is very wonderful to use big fan in Tassajara. But if you use it in San Francisco, what will happen to you? You cannot use such a big electric fan in San Francisco. So you cannot, stay. You cannot use, or you cannot be attached to anything. But you should appreciate moment after moment what you are doing right now under some condition. And first of all, you must know under which condition you are actually are. This is very important. If you are a math teacher, you should behave like a teacher. If you are, when you are a student, you should behave like student. So, first of all, you should know what is your position, or else you cannot realize. Realization of the truth will not happen to you. In this way, we should understand our way. So, to realize our position and find ourselves is the way. So here he says, you do not know the nature of, even though you know the nature of the wind is permanent, everything. But strictly speaking, this is a kind of rhetoric. He doesn't know even the nature of the wind. This is, this is just compliment, even though you know the nature of wind. But actually, he doesn't know the nature of the wind, nor the what does it mean by permanency. So although you understand that nature of the wind is permanent, the master replied, you do not understand meaning of its reaching everything. How the wind reaches every place. And what is every place? What is to reach? He does not know idea of it. Although you understand that nature of wind is permanent. This is just complaint. He does not know even the nature of wind. He does not know at all about anything. Why? When nature of the wind is permanent, and how it is permanent? It, when the wind works to some certain direction, in some speed, under some condition, then the nature of wind will be appear. You see? And reaching everywhere means the cool wind which is blowing to some certain direction in some speed, that activity of the wind covers everything. On that moment, the movement of the wind is forward and independent activity of the wind. Nothing can be compared with the wind in this under this condition, as like ash is ash, having its own past and future. Firewood is firewood, as it's having its own past and future. Firewood and ashes are independent. So is the wind. This is how wind reaches everywhere. And this activity is beyond the idea of time. When we attain enlightenment, all the patriots attain enlightenment at the same time. We cannot say Buddha is before and we are after. When you understand enlightenment, you are independent from everything. You have your own past and future, as Buddha had his own past and future. And his position is independent, and your position is independent. If so, this realization is beyond time and space. In this way, wind reaches everywhere. Do you understand? You cannot say Buddha is before and we are after. Like you cannot say ashes is after and firewood is after. In this way, you should understand how the wind reaches everything. In this way, you should realize the nature of wind, which is permanent. So the monk did not have any kind of this, any of understanding of this kind. So for the vortex Zenji, it was impossible to explain about this direct experience of the reality. So he just found himself appreciating the cool night wind. This is very famous statement. The wind of Buddhism actualized the gold of the earth and ripened the cheese of the long river. Only through your practice, only by your practice, or only when you practice Dogen, there is enlightenment already. When you practice Dogen in this way, aiming at this kind of goal, you will have chance to attain true enlightenment. Thank you very much.